I wanted to share with you an example, a very specific, precise example of a time that we had to use an out-of-the-box intervention. So there was a learner that had very severe aggression. He was getting bigger. We'll call him Bobby. So Bobby would be very aggressive to his mother and to the clinicians. He would pretty much take a swing when he was upset. He would take a very hard swing. And he had young siblings, so that also put them at risk. So these sorts of things are so serious that it could result in a kid being in a restrictive placement because of the safety risks. We tried all these less restrictive procedures. You behavior analyst geeks like me would understand. We did functional behavior assessment, different positive reinforcement strategies, replacement behaviors, and we found that there was an automatic internal sensory function for his aggressive behaviors. So they're typically very difficult for behavior analysts to handle. So what we did was, after exhausting all the positive strategies, we found one thing that was actually driven by automatic reinforcement and had it work to our favor. So this learner did not like disorganization. He couldn't stand, due to obsessive compulsive and ritualistic behaviors, he couldn't stand when there were things scattered on the ground. So what we did as a consequence to decrease his severe aggressive behavior and get him out in the community was, every time he would go to take a swing, we would have these handful of different colored straws and we'd throw them on the ground. In the middle of the aggressive behavior towards his mother or towards someone in the community or towards the therapist, in the middle of an aggressive behavior, he would see someone throwing these things which disorganized the environment, and his ritualistic compulsive behaviors compelled him to interrupt the aggression and go to the floor and pick them up and start organizing them, putting them in different colored assorted bottles. So it interrupted, and by the time he finished, he no longer felt like being aggressive to the recipient of the aggression, which was his mother usually. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that's great, Brett. How did this intervention for this learner on the autism spectrum, you can't just go around carrying big sticks and throwing them around, in the mall. What we did is we created a portable mechanism, which was a small little medicine bottle with tiny holes in it and different colored toothpicks. So it was a portable version where if he had aggressive behavior out in the mall, we'd have a small version. It wasn't very stigmatizing. We didn't want to embarrass him, but it was a lot less intrusive to take the couple colored toothpicks, throw them on the ground, and then he would go from the aggressive behavior to shifting to picking them up, which is way less socially stigmatizing than it would be to have an all-out aggression in the mall and have security come around. So just an example of how you can use behaviors that have automatic reinforcement to work for you to decrease a behavior that may compete with the maladaptive behavior and interrupt it.